because you and I are never getting married. The other day, my son was complaining to my wife about his teacher. He said, my teacher doesn't know anything about math, knows even less about history, and a lot of times smells like bourbon. And I said, son, this is the last year I'm going to homeschool you. My wife, come on now. I'm glad to be here in Charlottesville, right? UVA, who went to UVA? UVA grad? Yeah, over here, great. Great school, right? A buddy of mine went to UVA. He's a little braggy about it, right? He's always like, UVA is really hard to get into. And I'm like, I know it's hard to get into. You have to make an unprotected left-hand turn across Highway 29. But I went to a college down in Austin, University of Texas. All right. And it was cool because the nightlife was great, right? 6th Street. And we would go out to 6th Street and party, and then after work, there were two things we wanted, right? Pizza, and then a ride home. And this is pre-Uber, so you have to take a cab, right? So here's what I would do. I'd order a pizza from Domino's, which was on 5th Street, right around the corner. Then I'd walk over there and say, hey, since you're heading to my place anyway, I did it right. I basically invented Uber Eats. But I love doing comedy. I do have a day job. I'm a doctor. I'm a cosmetic surgeon. And I own a liposuction center. My mom is VSOC. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. People often ask me, what do you do with the fat you suck out during lipo? And I go, well, I use it to power my SUV. It's biodiesel, right? One time I sucked fat out of this woman's butt, put it into my SUV for biodiesel, and for 2 weeks I was literally hauling ass. Now the idea of what's considered beautiful, right, has really kind of changed over time. Like back when I was growing up, to tell someone she had a big butt, right, to call a woman, say to a woman, hey, fat ass, right, that would get you murdered, right? But then with J-Lo and I like big butts and all that stuff, now that's in, right? You tell a woman, hey, fat ass, and she's like, oh, you noticed. Now, fat face is still an insult, by the way. But it's, being a doctor and a comedian, it was a little confusing for my son when he was in kindergarten. First day of class, teacher asked the class, what do your parents do for a living? My son said, my dad's a comedian. Teacher said, well, you guys live in a nice area. He must be a really good comedian. My son said, no, not really. He's also a doctor. No, but it's fun being here. I like telling jokes, but when you tell jokes in real life, people don't always know you're just kidding around, right? The other day, I'm in an Uber, true story. The Uber driver is wearing glasses. And he says, yeah, I only need glasses just for driving. So I say, you know what you should do? Get a prescription windshield. Be bifocal, you got the line, you look up. And he goes, do you have any idea how much that would cost lately? He's saying that. He's like, what if I loan the car to somebody? What would I do then? But, it's fun. Did you guys watch the inauguration?
Yes.
Okay, we got some groans there. By how reluctant you are, so I watched the inauguration, and it was funny because, all the previous presidents were there, right? That was kind of cool. Like you got Bill Clinton, right? He's like, hey, how's everyone doing? The whole Monica Lewinsky thing? That was a big misunderstanding. I never told her to lie in the deposition. I told her lie in that position. Head start. Well, there's a program I can support. Hillary, poor Hillary, she's not the first lady, she's the fourth or fifth lady. And then you have good old boy George Bush. George Bush was here, right? And he's like, look, people say I don't know about other countries. They say I don't know about Liberia. I know about Liberia. My wife. My wife, melanoma. I love my wife, melatonin. Again, it's the best. Let's talk about the Middle East. Israel's a beautiful country with a beautiful wall, okay? And the wall works. It works, people. There are no Mexicans in Israel. You can look that up, Nancy Pelosi, it's true. Okay. Gaza. What are we going to do about Gaza? Build a few Trump hotels in Gaza. They've already done the demolition. I know. I can say it. Nobody else, right? And then for entertainment in Gaza, I got 3 words. Gaza Strip Club. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Got 1 Republican, everybody else hates me. It's Charlottesville. Very liberal. Very liberal. You know, a lot of the Democrats, I know you miss your Obama. You miss your Obama. He's not coming back. Okay, it's Trump, not Obama. Orange is the new black. Okay, I'm saying I'm Donald Trump. Nobody else can say that. And then at the inauguration, it was like a lineup of billionaires. Do you guys remember? Like Jeff Bezos from Amazon? He was there, right? And here's a backstory on Jeff Bezos. Him and his wife, Mackenzie Bezos, were married for decades. And then they were friends with another couple. They would go on vacation together, right? Then Bezos has an affair with this guy's wife and married her. This is all true, yeah. And you sort of can see it coming. You know how Amazon has that feature, if you like this? But even Bill Gates, Bill Gates is a billionaire. He couldn't keep his wife around. When a billionaire can't keep his wife around, can't keep her satisfied, it kind of makes you wonder, maybe something's going on in the bedroom, right? Maybe Bill Gates, maybe he's micro and soft. I don't like vegetarians, right? Vegetarians are food braggers. They brag about food, right? They're always like, I haven't eaten meat in 5 years, right? I haven't had Brussels sprouts in 6 months. You don't hear me bragging about it. Technicality, I say, hey, do you eat animal crackers? Got this Beyond Meat. Have you guys had Beyond Meat? You familiar with it? They're trying to take pea plant protein, right, and turn it into burgers, right? Now, I see what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to take plants and turn them into delicious meat. You know who does a pretty good job taking plants, turning them into delicious meat? Cows. Pretty good job. They've been doing it for a while. So I don't like the vegetarian stuff, but you know what I do like? Now I'm Jewish, so I don't really get to enjoy this. Thank you. I don't get to enjoy any Catholics out there. Catholics? Yes. You know what I like about Catholicism? Your delicious wafers. Right? You guys familiar with the wafers? What does it represent? You know what it is. The body of Christ, right? I call those Jesus. They're sacrilegious. It's Don't write letters, please don't. Oh man, so I like stripper names, right? Strippers are always named after something they're never gonna own or achieve, right? Lexus, treasure, chastity, right? Never gonna have these. Now I get it. I would do the same thing. If I were a male stripper, my stripper name would be Sobriety Huge Penis. It's not gonna happen. No, but I am married. I'm happily married for 15 years, and my wife is beautiful. She's gorgeous, much better looking than I am. Sure, you know what I'm talking about here. And my wife is 8 years younger, so people see us together out in public, and they'll look at her. She's gorgeous. They'll look at me. They'll assume I must have one of two things: either a lot of, or a huge. That's right, and I do have one of these two things. Now, I don't want to give it away, ladies. Just say, I'm having a hard time finding jeans that fit. Because of all the money that's stuffed in my pockets. No, but how long have you guys been married? It's always a guy looking at the woman, right? Congratulations, right? What did you guys do? What did you get her for Valentine's Day?
Flowers and chocolate.
That's a lot of stuff. Hey, good for you. After 19 and a half years, that's, because usually after a while, before that. I thought you were going to say the show, right? Like, he's going to tell me the show, right?
Flowers.
Oh, you got flowers?
And the show.
You got him the show? It's a lot of pressure on me, right? Like, you know, if I'm not funny, you guys don't get laid. I mean, you know. They're like, ah, it's looking that way. You got your flowers and chocolate, so, you know. So I've been married 15 years, and I think one of the things that'll spice things up that's kind of fun is role play, right? We like to role play. Now, we role play doctor, okay? But I like to keep it realistic. Here's what I do. I dress up all in medical scrubs. Then I make my wife wait in the living room for 45 minutes with old magazines of the neighbors talking kids. She's lucky I see her at all. She's a walk-in. Then I collect the co-pay. She's part of my network. I bring her on back. She wrote a scathing Yelp review. It was terrible. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been great.